Manchester United is making massive moves as we head into a crucial summer transfer window. Club legend Brian Robson has officially sounded the alarm on the club's midfield pursuits, specifically warning that chasing Newcastle star Sandro Tonali is a brick wall that United likely cannot climb. Instead, he is pushing the club to pivot their focus toward high-value targets like Nottingham Forest's Elliot or Crystal Palace ace Adam Wharton to bolster the squad.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The strategy at Old Trafford is becoming crystal clear as the club prepares for a hectic four-competition calendar next season. Reports confirm that United management has identified two central midfielders as non-negotiable signings, especially with veteran Casemiro heading for the exit and Manuel Ugarte also expected to depart. It is an aggressive rebuild designed to provide much-needed support for the midfield engine room. Beyond the midfield chaos, the recruitment net is being cast far and wide to address vulnerabilities across the pitch. Trusted insiders reveal that United is scouting Brighton's Carlos Baleba for his exceptional passing data, while also keeping a very close watch on a potential move for Tottenham defender Micky van de Ven. The goal is to bring in 4 total signings to round out a squad that currently sits in a prime position for Champions League qualification. However, questions are already swirling around the viability of the Tottenham defender Micky van de Ven due to his concerning injury history with persistent hamstring issues. With the club looking for stability at the back to complement existing options like Harry Maguire and Lenny Yaro, this transfer pursuit remains a major point of debate for the fans. Stay on top of every update by hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a breaking story. Ever feel like your club is chasing a ghost in the transfer market? Well, Manchester United fans might want to listen up, because legend Brian Robson is delivering a cold, hard dose of reality. The club is desperate to rebuild its engine room this summer, but if you're pinning your hopes on Sandro Tonali moving to Old Trafford, prepare for disappointment. Robson is blunt. Newcastle is a financial powerhouse with a packed stadium and no reason to let go of their top talent. Chasing Tonali is, in his words, basically hitting a brick wall. So who should they be looking at instead? Robson points toward rising stars like Elliot and Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton as far more realistic, high-value targets. It is the classic transfer dilemma, balancing the dream signing against the brutal reality of club negotiations. Meanwhile, the spotlight is finally shining on Kobbie Mainoo again. After a rocky period under Ruben Amorim, Mainoo has found his rhythm under Michael Carrick, largely thanks to the steadying hand of Casemiro. But with veterans potentially heading for the exit, the recruitment team has a massive job on their hands to ensure Mainoo has the perfect partner in the middle. It's going to be a fascinating summer at Old Trafford, and we want to know what you think. Should United go all in for a marquee name, or is building around young, hungry talent the smarter play? Drop your predictions in the comments below, hit that subscribe button to stay ahead of the transfer madness, and keep your eyes peeled for our next update. Thanks for watching. Ever wonder how Manchester United plans to juggle 4 separate competitions while rebuilding a squad that still feels like a work in progress? The blueprint for the upcoming summer window is finally taking shape, and there is a massive twist that you probably didn't see coming. Everyone knows the midfield is a disaster zone, but the club's latest transfer priority might actually block the path for the next generation of Old Trafford stars. Let's dive in. First off, let's talk about the absolute non-negotiables, 2 central midfielders. It's no secret that the engine room has been leaking oil for ages, and with Casemiro likely heading for the exit and Manuel Ugarte's future looking shaky, reinforcements are vital. Kobbie Mainoo is a gem, but you can't build a title-winning midfield on one player's shoulders. Beyond that, a new left-back is officially on the agenda. It's a smart move, especially with Luke Shaw's contract winding down and the need to manage his workload, but the real talking point here is the striker situation. Yes, United is hunting for an experienced forward. Now, fans are split. Why bring in an aging veteran when you have a goldmine of talent at Carrington? We are talking about Chido Obi, who is knocking on the door, and versatile threats like Brian Mbeumo or Matthias Cunha? My take. If they bring in an experienced head, it needs to be a short-term mentor, not someone who blocks the pathway for our academy prospects. We have to stop using short-term fixes that stifle long-term growth. This season is the perfect opportunity to let the youth breathe while we bolster the core, rather than panicking for quick results. We aren't expecting a quadruple, so let's build something that lasts. What do you think? Is an experienced striker the right move, or should we trust the kids? Drop a comment below to let me know, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for your weekly dose of United analysis. Remember, progress isn't just about who we sign, but who we choose to trust. Is the sleeping giant finally waking up? After years of burning through cash on underwhelming signings, Manchester United finally seems to be finding its rhythm in the transfer market. With the summer window on the horizon, the club's football department is already moving pieces, and if you're a United fan, the names being thrown around might actually get you excited. First, let's talk about the man in the dugout. Michael Carrick has been nothing short of a revelation since taking the interim job in January. Sitting in third place with a genuine shot at Champions League football is a massive turnaround, but the big question remains. Will he be given the permanent keys to the kingdom? The board is keeping their cards close to their chest for now. But the real fireworks are expected in the recruitment department. Reports suggest United is dead set on landing a top-tier midfielder, or perhaps two, to overhaul their engine room. Brighton's Carlos Baleba is at the top of that list. The club is impressed by his elite ground coverage and passing metrics, and they're hoping to negotiate that price down to around £50 million, though good luck getting a bargain out of Brighton. It's not just the midfield getting a makeover. The defense is also under the microscope. United is hunting for a left-footed centre-back with pedigree, and Micky van de Ven from Spurs is the primary target. Securing a defender of his caliber would provide a perfect, experienced anchor alongside the club's developing talent like Lenny Yaro. Of course, it won't be easy. They'll likely have to outmuscle clubs like Liverpool to get that deal over the line. Then there's the dream list. Elliot Anderson is a major target, though an absurd £125 million valuation from Nottingham Forest might make this a non-starter, especially with Manchester City lurking in the shadows. The list goes on. Adam Wharton, Alex Scott, and even whispers of Aurélien Tchouaméni. It's clear United is casting a wide net, targeting 4 major signings to ensure they remain competitive. Between the search for a new left-back and the need for a seasoned striker, the coming months are going to be a high-stakes chess match at Old Trafford. Do you think Carrick deserves the permanent job, or should United look for a bigger name to steer the ship? Drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more transfer updates. Keep your eyes on the market, because this summer is shaping up to be a defining moment for the future of Manchester United. Is Micky van de Ven the missing piece for Manchester United's defense, or is he a high-stakes gamble waiting to backfire? Manchester United is clearly in the market for a fresh centre-back this summer, and while the Dutchman's name has popped up on the radar, we need to talk about the elephant in the room, his fitness. Look, the need for reinforcement is obvious. With Matthijs de Ligt and Lisandro Martinez consistently battling their own injury woes, United doesn't need to add another fragile piece to the puzzle. We've seen this movie before, and it rarely ends well for the club's Champions League ambitions. Harry Maguire is staying on, sure, but he's heading into his 30s and simply can't be expected to carry the entire backline through a grueling, full-throttle season. Now, let's look at the stats. Since joining Spurs in 2023, Van de Ven has been a familiar face in the treatment room. We're talking about a recurring cycle of hamstring issues, plus a knee injury and various thigh problems that have repeatedly sidelined him. Yes, when he's on the pitch, his blistering pace is a game changer, but availability is the greatest ability, right? Paying a premium for a player who struggles to stay match fit just doesn't make sense for a team that desperately needs stability. Meanwhile, Tottenham is spiraling toward a relegation battle, which adds another layer of uncertainty to any potential move. United needs a commander, not a liability. If they're going to spend big, they need someone who can actually show up every single weekend. What do you think? Is Van de Ven worth the risk, or should the scouting team look elsewhere? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for your weekly dose of United updates. At the end of the day, a world-class defender is only world-class if he's actually on the grass, not the trainer's table.